here. So Jess, where are you from?
Well, I live in like South Wayne, Monroe area right now.
Okay. Okay. I used to do a lot in Monroe. I have not been there in a while. So I need to book an event in Monroe at some point. What kind of reading are you? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Um, what kind of reading are you looking for today?
Just
Are you looking
I don't know.
more for the
Basic.
other side? Are you looking
Yeah,
more for?
more
Okay,
for
so
the other side.
you want to connect with somebody from the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is ground your energy. I'm going to ground my energy. We're going to kind of take the elevator up. So let me just kind of do that quickly. Okay. So let me tell you, one of the first things I pick up is an older gentleman with some like emphysema or lung issues. He kind of comes forward and shows me there was a lot of problems breathing at the end of his life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I just feel like he managed this for a very long time, but then when he passed, it went very quickly downhill. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's actually that's my ex-husband's dad. My daughter's sitting next to me and just said, "Papa."
Yep.
And she's
Yeah.
almost crying.
I'm so sorry. It does feel like it's just one generation above, and he does feel like a father figure. So that would make
Yep.
sense to me. And he comes forward and he shows me he's with family. Um, I feel like he had a brother who passed before him. Would that make sense?
Um, kind of.
It's either a brother, close friend.
Yeah, close friend, we'll say.
Okay. So he shows me, okay. And he shows me he is definitely with that person. He shows me he's out of pain. He had a lot of pain issues at the end, he shows me, and there is no more pain for him. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's, you said you had your daughter in the car, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's fine. But sometimes the reading goes like towards whoever's with you as well.
See?
Um,
Sorry.
so, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, I think it's a good thing though. Um, anyway, he does talk about like alcohol abuse or some. Did he have alcohol abuse?
I don't I don't know. If he did, he held it. He hit it well. I think that Bob did for a little bit, but he had hit it very well, or
I
didn't
don't,
talk about it.
or there's somebody in the family who's like not managing their alcohol well. So he's definitely showing me something about that. So just keep that in mind. Um, so yeah, I mean, I just feel like he's shaking his finger at somebody saying, get that under control. So, um, I want to say also, let me see here. Um, so Jess, I feel like there's someone in your generation who has passed too, and I feel like we have to go back to this, like, how can I say this? I feel like as we talked about the alcohol abuse thing, that there's a male in your generation who kind of raises his hand about addiction or issues that he had during his life, and he passed quite young. Does this make sense?
Um, not not that I can, not my generation that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. I just feel like this person is showing me um that they had a lot of trauma. They had a lot of, I don't know, just kind of, they knew they weren't going to live to be
Yeah,
old.
you can. I know who you might be talking about, but he always said that.
That he wasn't going to live to be old.
Yeah, he
And
always said that.
he caused his own circumstances for his passing.
Yeah,
Right.
he did.
By being reckless and not taking care of his life, correct?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. He comes forward. It's funny how at first you're like, I don't know who you're talking about. Then we keep going and you get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he comes forward and just shows me that he wants to let people know he's okay, that he is not carrying that trauma anymore, that
Good.
he blamed a lot of other people for creating a bad life for him, but he knows now that it was his own responsibility to create his own life and not blame other people. Does this make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
It did. Yes.
Yeah. So he just comes forward. He wants everybody to know he's doing the healing work he needs to do. And he feels healed and happy on the other side. So isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You just never know who's going to come through.
No,
You know?
not at all.
Especially when you only get like 10 minutes. Like it's crazy because I try to like give you as much as I can. And a lot of times it's these people like your father-in-law. I feel like he didn't get to see everybody at the end of his life, or he didn't get to say goodbye to people.
Yeah.
And so that's why he wanted to come through first and be like, I'm okay. I want
That
everyone
sounds like him.
Yeah. I want everyone to know it's okay if they didn't see me or say what they needed to say to me. So, sometimes it's just like, if you hang on to grandma's hand and kiss her goodbye and it's a peaceful passing, a lot of times they're like, I'm good. It's okay. But, when they've had these kind of passings with trauma or with people who didn't get to talk to them, they're going to come forward first. So, but yeah, have your daughter let her dad's family know he came through and he's okay. And, he knows that people have feelings about not seeing him at the very end, but he knows how they felt. Okay. Aw. I'm so, there are no accidents. When you said my daughter's with me, I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I knew something was going to veer off towards, off camera there. So, but that is perfectly fine. And I appreciate you guys like hopping in and joining me here. Any last questions that you have?
I guess, like, do you see anything like with my future at all? Like,
oh, okay. Well, that's a whole other reading.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Like,
I mean, I can pull a couple cards and we can kind of see, but that, remember when I said what kind of readings?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So honestly, right now it's more about balance for you and, your life actually kind of going from being a little crazy to more balanced, and you are definitely in control. And I feel like, okay, so conflict, I feel like you're getting better about putting boundaries around yourself and not having crazy conflict.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I'm using this fun deck, and you get the 5 of Cups, which means that some family members are not going to have access to you anymore. They're not going to be able to kind of do the codependent craziness with you. So just be aware that that's okay. You need to put people on ice sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. Sometimes they need to go on ice. So this makes sense for you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, awesome. Okay, we're going to have to log off. This is a 10-minute for $10 reading that
definitely have to set up something with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are just sample readings when you do 10
Yeah.
minutes for $10. And anybody can message me and get a 10-minute for $10, but it is live on Facebook.
Okay.
So awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. You take care.
Bye.